Hello friends, family, and internet strangers! Stephanie here with part 2 of my cross-country road trip. My time in Wilmington is going to be broken up into 2 different videos. This one you're watching right now, and one that will come out after all of the road trip videos. This video is going to mainly be about my experience on the road trip. My other video about Wilmington will be specifically about filming locations. I decided this time I would break them up as opposed to last time where my part 2 was pretty much strictly Vampire Diaries stuff. So this time, if you love One Tree Hill, that's going to be a separate video for you. And if you love watching me and my travels, that's going to be this video for you. Or you can watch both. I'm not opposed to you watching both. I have checked into my hotel. I am staying at the Town Place Suites by Marriott in Wilmington. It's right next door to the Fairfield where I stayed last time. Whenever my mom would come to visit me when I was in college, she would stay at both of these. The first thing I did when I got into town was go through my old campus, UNCW, the University of North Carolina, Wilmington. When I got accepted, one of my family members asked, "Oh, UNC Wilmington, is that in Delaware?" UNC North Carolina. I loved my time at UNCW. Anytime I come back to Wilmington, I have to do a little loop around the campus. So that's what I did first thing when I got here this time. I already knew what my major would be before I got to college. I knew I wanted to work in TV or film production, so I was a film studies major at UNCW. Most of my classes were either here in King Hall or a few buildings over in Keenan Hall, but both of these buildings were so far from my dorm. I was in, at the time, the furthest dorm away from both of those buildings. I lived here in Schwartz Hall, up on the 3rd floor, right in the corner. I lived in the same room for both my freshman and sophomore years, but with different roommates. During my sophomore year, my roommate Emma and I became great friends, and we lived together for multiple years. We ended up changing our rooms so many times, beds up, beds down. If you're wondering how old I am, the Twilight posters might give it away. We also took pictures of everything, so when I was looking for those, I found this random picture of me passed out on the floor when I had the flu. Nowadays, that dorm is still there, but there are also new fancy ones, and I'm very curious what they look like on the inside. My family still owns the house that I lived in for 3 of the 6 years that I lived here, so I went a little while ago and checked on the house. It's currently in the process of being painted. I wanted to check and see if some of my stuff was still in our storage unit, and it was not. Next up, dinner time. I'm still not comfortable eating in a restaurant, but I grabbed takeout from Front Street Brewery. The pulled chicken nachos are a must if you are in Wilmington. These are my mom's favorite thing to eat in Wilmington. They are one of my favorite things. They are so good. I grabbed them to go and brought them down to a secluded spot on the Riverwalk with a beautiful view of the sunset. I finished my dinner and now I am walking around downtown. I'm taking video of One Tree Hill filming locations for the other vlog. And then I walked past Kilwins. I don't know if you can see it behind me, that sign. There is a line. And there was always a line inside, but now with social distancing, the line is just insane. Luckily, in one of my last years here, I discovered Boom Bilatti's, which is a more local chain. It is so much better. Like, Kilwins is good, but Boom Bilatti's is really good. I just saw someone get arrested in the middle of the road, directly next to my car. I was driving towards the ice cream place that I like, and as I was approaching it, I noticed a lot of blue police lights. They were in the middle of the road. It was the kind of road where it splits, like the turning lane goes a little bit this way and then the straight lanes go this way, and there's just a small sliver in between. Someone was getting arrested in that small sliver. Don't know what he did. His car was there and they were putting him in handcuffs, and there were about 4 cops. Maybe I'll see it on the news later. In the meantime, I guess I'm getting ice cream. That is my 4-scoop mini sampler. I got the mocha Oreo, the chocolate cream pie, banana nilla wafer and the chocolate fudge brownie. Brought the rest of the ice cream back to the hotel. I like it when it gets really soft. I like to start my ice cream right when I get it, but I like to savor it. I eat ice cream very slowly. I'm done with my ice cream, and I fixed my nail. All of the rest of them look great, just this one. I was in a wedding 2 weeks ago almost, and we got our nails done 4 days before the wedding, so I had to get gel polish. I don't normally even get manicures, let alone the gel polish, so I'm not used to it. It was supposed to last 2 full weeks. This one only lasted 1 week, the rest of them again, totally fine. Good to the last bite. Time for nail repair. I don't have anything fancy. I picked up acetone before I left. I just have it soaking in tissues on my fingers. But while I do this, I figured I would chat with y'all. I have so many fun memories of this place. This is where I met some of my very best friends. This is where I ate a lot of really good food. Like a lot of really good food. In the description below, I'm gonna leave a bunch of recommendations for you. Some of my favorite restaurants, my favorite places to eat, my favorite places to go in Wilmington. When I was choosing where to go to college, everyone kept telling me you can't choose a college based on a TV show you like. And I said, no worries, One Tree Hill won't even still be there by the time I get to college. I said, there's no way they're getting to season 5, which is what they would have to do for me to be in college at the same time they were filming. The show went through season 9. It went longer. I was done with college by the time they finished. So when I first moved to Wilmington, I would spend time watching One Tree Hill filming. I made a lot of friends that way because when they would film out in public, there would always be a group of people there watching filming. You could stand across the street. They would have a PA there telling you when you had to be quiet and when you could take pictures and when you couldn't take pictures. And it was a lot of fun. And then I eventually grew out of that and realized, okay, that could be a little bit creepy. But I have to tell you, I learned a lot more from watching One Tree Hill filming about how production works than I did from my film studies degree that I was going to college for. That's probably not a good thing. As I grew up a little bit more, I got my college internship in post-production sound. And with that, I was able to work on sound editing, sound mixing with a sound mixer, sound editor. I worked with him on different PBS documentary projects, his personal sound effect library that he was collating, and I also got to work with him on One Tree Hill. He did the ADR recording for the series, which is in post-production. Sometimes actors have to re-record their dialogue after they have already filmed it. That is something that I was interested in. That is what I wanted to go into as a career at that time. I also got to work on other projects. Also got to sit in on a phone call with Robert Redford. I did not know Robert Redford was on the call until it was over. And my boss said, that was cool, right? You got to sit in on a call with Robert Redford. Everyone was calling him Bobby. I didn't know that Bobby was Robert Redford, even though I probably should have because I knew that he was the director of the movie that we were recording ADR for. My bad. After college, I worked as a production assistant for a local news station. I also was a nanny to 5 very interesting children. All I'm going to say about that is that at one point, one of the 5-year-olds, there were twin 5-year-olds, with a pair of binoculars looked up at my head and said, "You have sins in your brain. I can see them." That's all I'm going to say about that. So I always love taking a good walk down memory lane here in Wilmington. I'll let y'all know how my nails turn out. Thanks for joining me for my chat portion of this. If you have skipped ahead, now is the time to come back. I'm done. If you'd like me to start adding a chat segment, comment below. This is my finger I normally use to say comment below. Tomorrow I'm gonna go to my store that was closed today. I am gonna try and get a new keychain. My keychain got hot fudge on it a few weeks ago, so I love these ones from Altered State. They have good phrases and Bible verses and stuff, so I'm gonna get a new one of those. And then I will probably end up getting more of my scrunchies. I always have these on, and they are all from Altered State, which is my favorite store here. And then tomorrow afternoon, I am headed back to Covington. Again, if you have been following my vlogs in the past, you know I have gone to Covington a few times now, so this will be time number 3 in 4 or 5 months. Probably the last time though, again, because this is the last time I'll be driving across country. Hopefully. That's it for tonight. I'll be back in the morning. Good morning. It is 10:52. I just checked out of my hotel. Checkout was at 11, and the store I want to go to this morning opens at 11. It's less than 10 minutes away, so I think I'm right on time. I already was out most of the morning. I went downtown and walked around again, which is where I was last night, but I got better video today because there were less people out. I got these 2 shirts and they were both on clearance, and I had seen these last time I was in an Altered State, but I did not want to pay almost $40 for them each. But I am willing to pay $13.88 and $12.88 for those instead of $39.95. These were the only scrunchies they had that were on clearance that I did not already have. It's hard to tell with the lighting, but this is blue with pink, and this one is kind of like a mauve color. These were $10.99 from $16.95. And here's my new keychain. This one even has a fun little fluffy ball on it, but it says, "You are exactly where you need to be." I have no idea what's going on, but there is so much traffic. I was gonna go to the beach, but when I got to be about a mile out from the beach, it was bumper to bumper traffic, and then it just kept piling up behind me further and further, and I decided all that traffic was not worth the 10 minutes I plan on spending at the beach. So I turned around and I started to go back to the stop I was going to go to next. I was just going to grab a Cheerwine float from Cookout because I have not had one on my past few trips here, and I love those. And I turned onto the road that would take me there fastest normally, and that one also then had bumper to bumper traffic, just at a complete standstill. I do not know what is going on. So I do not know what was up with all that traffic, but I ended up not going to get my Cheerwine float. There are multiple Cookouts on my way from here to my next stop, so I might stop at one of them because I do kind of want my Cheerwine float. That's it for Wilmington. I miss this place. Haven't even left yet and I already miss it again. Oh, I don't understand why people do this. I have really nice nails and now they just feel yucky. Hopefully these will tide me over until I get back to LA where I have regular nail polish. Just good old-fashioned regular nail polish that you paint your nails with.